Tragedy of Flight 540, the first fatal crash of a Boeing 747. On November 20, 1974, Boeing 747-130 Flight 540, carrying 157 individuals, 140 passengers and 17 crew members, crashed and caught fire during its final moments of flight. The unfortunate incident resulted in the death of 55 passengers and 4 crew members, marking the first fatal crash involving a Boeing 747. The flight crew consisted of Captain Christian Crack, aged 53, with over 10,000 flying hours, including 1,619 hours on the Boeing 747. First Officer Hans Joachim Schack, aged 35, with 3,418 flying hours, of which over 2,000 were on the Boeing 747, and Flight Engineer Rudolf Rudy Hahn, aged 51. The pilot detected strong vibrations as the aircraft took off from runway 24 at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. The captain retracted the landing gear as the plane continued to climb. However, the aircraft started descending, and the stop warning lights illuminated. The 747 continued to descend, crashing into the grass approximately 3,700 feet, 1,100 meters, from the runways. The left wing exploded, triggering a fire on the aircraft's body. Sadly, 55 of the 140 passengers and 4 of the 17 crew members lost their lives. The crash's root cause was determined to be the front edge slats, specifically the variable camber front edge slats and inner Kruger flaps, left in the retracted position. By deploying the rear edge covers, the aircraft's stall speed would be higher, and the maximum angle of attack would be lower. As a result, the aircraft couldn't avoid the ground effect. Flight engineers found that they had not followed the pre-flight checklist to open the pneumatic valve of the slat system. This led to the pneumatic system of the 747's edge slats not receiving airflow. As the 747's front edge slats were pneumatically powered, flight technicians couldn't extend them for takeoff. Consequently, the takeoff warning system, designed to sound an alarm if the covers were not set for takeoff, did not receive a specific warning that the flight technicians had not opened the pneumatic valve of the slat. The yellow warning lights were supposed to indicate the condition of the damaged slats, 1 for the pilot and 8 for the flight technicians. However, both flight crew members claimed in court that the lights were green. Explanations for this inconsistency included morning sunlight blinding the cockpit crew, hindering color perception, construction errors causing a green light despite the slats being retracted, and the flight crew lying. None of these possibilities could be proven. Despite the accident report stating that the flight crew was at fault for their failure to provide an adequate pre-takeoff checklist, it also declared that there was no adequate warning system to alert the flight crew about the issue. Two similar error incidents had been reported before, but in one case, the pilot could recover the aircraft in time. Following these three fatal incidents, Boeing added a system to warn pilots that the slat valve must be opened before takeoff. Flight engineer Hahn and Captain Crack were immediately fired from Lufthansa, but labor courts overturned their dismissal due to the lack of available investigation reports to rule out potential technical defects. Flight engineer Hahn was charged with negligence but was acquitted in 1981. This marked the date of the first crash of a Boeing 747. Join us in this somber journey through history as we remember the lives lost. As we pay our respects to the victims, let us collectively advocate for a world where such tragedies are prevented, and air travel remains a symbol of unity and connectivity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. In memory of the lives lost on that fateful day, may they rest in peace. Safe skies to all.